What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Prince of YouTube, PS Compulsion, signing in here, aka that 22-year-old kid with the light squeaky voice. And I know a lot of you guys are probably saying, where the hell is this new series that PS Compulsion promised us? Well, this kind of stuff does take time, you know. I had to come up with team designs for the uniforms and the arena, and then on top of that, I had to record more than an hour worth of gameplay. Then I had to tally up the votes and figure out which team am I gonna start a new MYGM series with. And speaking of the votes, after I tallied up all of you guys' comments, the most comments and the highest percentage of the votes went to the New Orleans Pelicans. So I am going to be starting a new MYGM series with the New Orleans Pelicans, but they're no longer going to be known as the New Orleans Pelicans, but they are now going to be known as the Seattle Pelicans. I have decided that they are going to move to Seattle. Now, some of my other choices for relocation was Austin, Texas. A lot of people wanted me to, move them to Austin, Texas as well, but Texas already have like 3 other NBA teams, and the same thing for California, because some people want me to move them to San Diego, California as well, but there are a bunch of NBA teams in California, and I just don't want too much NBA teams in one place, so Seattle got their team back. Well, not the Seattle Supersonics, but they are going to get themselves an NBA team in the New Orleans Pelicans. And a lot of people did tell me to move the team to Seattle as well. More people told me to move the team to Seattle rather than Austin, Texas, or San Diego, or wherever else people want me to relocate the team to. But nonetheless, Seattle finally has a team in the NBA once again. Now, in terms of the logo, I decided to go with this specific logo primarily because a lot of other people that did, team rebranding or relocations of the New Orleans Pelicans didn't use this logo, and this logo is actually pretty hard to find, and it is very sexy. Now, in terms of the arena, I'm sticking with the white, blue, and gold colors with a pinch of red, and you guys know me when it comes to arenas. I'm not trying to make no type of crazy looking arena. I just want a nice, standard, plain NBA arena, and I feel like the arena that I made came out pretty good. Now, onto the uniforms. I really love the way that the uniforms came out, especially our home uniform, which is white, blue, gold with a little pinch of red in it. You see the red Nike check right there on the jersey. Then on the pants, we got the Seattle Tower logo. Now, in terms of the away uniform, the jersey itself is going to be blue, still with the same concept as the white uniform, except that it has no white in it. It's just blue, gold, and red, but it's still sexy. So leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me what you guys think about the uniform, the logo, and the arena. And since we relocated from New Orleans to Seattle, I did end up switching divisions with the Oklahoma City Thunder, so we moved from the Southwest Division to the Northwest Division, which is still in the Western Conference. So now that we got the arena out of the way, the uniforms out of the way, the logo out of the way, the team switching divisions out of the way, it's time for us to start the 2017-2018 NBA season as the Seattle Pelicans. Now, looking over this roster, I gotta say, I am not playing this season. I decided that I'm gonna simulate to the end of the season, but before I simulate to the end of the season, I also decided that I am going to tank this entire season in hopes of getting a good draft pick. In order for me to tank this season, I am going to have to trade away a majority of our good ass players. If you good on this squad and your name is not Anthony Davis or Buddy Hield or even Drew Holiday, you are getting your ass traded off the squad. So my first trade is me deciding to trade Tyreke Evans to the Minnesota Timberwolves along with a 2020 first round draft pick to the Minnesota Timberwolves for their first round pick in this year's NBA draft. Hopefully the Timberwolves suck nuts and we end up getting like a top 10 draft pick with their pick in addition to our pick that we still have. It was risky, but I feel that it will work out. Now, the next team that I'm trying to swindle out of a first round draft pick is the New York Knicks. Come on, I gotta be able to somehow get my hands on their draft pick because they are gonna suck this season. I can guarantee it. So I ended up putting together a trade that included Terrence Jones, my 2019 first rounder, and 2 second round draft picks for New York's 2017 first round draft pick, and the trade went through. So now I got 3 first round draft picks for this season. And just to clear cap space, I traded away Solomon Hill. I mean, he was getting paid $11 million a year, and I wasn't going to keep him on the squad anyway, so goodbye to Solomon Hill. I just traded him away to clear cap space. And nonetheless, we have 3 first-round draft picks in this year's NBA draft. 1 pick belongs to us, 1 pick belongs to the New York Knicks, and the other pick belongs to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now it's time for me to simulate to the end of the season, but during the simulation, my team owner came up to me and told me that I had to release or trade Quincy Pondexter ASAP, so I did that, and I got Anthony Morrow in return on a 1-year contract. So this entire season, I cleared a lot of cap space and got a whole bunch of first-round draft picks, and guess what? We finished 21-61 for the NBA season after the simulation, and we finished with the worst record in the NBA this season, and I gotta give thanks to Anthony Davis. He tore his left Achilles and he is out for the remainder of the season. He tore it back in like January. So without Anthony Davis, and we already have a badass roster, come on, bruh. That's losses on losses right there. So there's no way in hell that we shouldn't get the first overall draft pick, bruh. But now that we're at the end of the season, check this out. I traded Tyreke Evans before the first game of the season for us to the Minnesota Timberwolves for their draft pick, and he ended up winning the Kia 6 Man of the Year award. Like, what the hell? Shouts out to Tyreke Evans. He just wanted to get off the team, bruh. And when it came to the NBA playoffs, it ended up being the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers again in the NBA Finals, and the Golden State Warriors walked away with the NBA championship. So our season was a success. Although we was 21-61 for the NBA season, we're more than likely gonna snag us the first pick in the NBA draft. Like, looking at this mock draft, they have us getting the number 1 pick, the 6th overall pick, and the 17th overall pick in the NBA draft. Oh my goodness. So I want you guys to comment in the comment section below. If I was to get the number 1 pick in the draft, who should I choose? I'm more than likely gonna get 2 top 10 picks. So comment. Who do you guys want me to draft for the Seattle Pelicans? Leave your comments in the comment section below. This is the Prince of YouTube signing out. Let's go Seattle.